Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. We are going to be doing another general collective oracle read. See what is going on. I got, while I was meditating, release. And then I realized, I was like, why am I getting release? Why am I getting like something like the floodgates, not necessarily, but it was like the gates need to open up for something. Something needs to be let go. And then I realized it was a full moon tonight, and it's the Cancer full moon. I know in the Vedic astrology, it might be something else. I'll have to look at my app. Energy and the moon cycles, they're a little bit different calendar than we do. So it might be a different sign in that energy, but it is a full moon over here in the United States. In this area, it might be somewhere different for you today. It's the afternoon. It's a beautiful day and the skies are blue here in Texas, which is nice. But something you might have to release. It could be emotional, since it's talking about, the Cancer full moon is, at least in Western astrology. But something like that needs to be let go of or released or opened up is what I'm getting for this particular read. We'll see what that has to do with anything. How it plays a role in this. Yes, something that has not been captured or hasn't been controlled in some area, or you haven't been able to control, whether it's, we'll see how that energy, we got Unconquered was the first card. Okay. And we got, a noiseless, patient spider. Ooh. Strange distress is in reverse. Oh, this is all in reverse. Okay. Well, this came out in reverse, so bliss. Well, you know what? No, Spirit is telling me it's not. That's not right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Cheerful Spirit is in reverse. I'm just going to go with it. Because this is, yeah. Interesting. Okay, this energy is very interesting today. Okay. A lot of reversals, and I'm being told these are correct in terms of how they fell. And when I kind of was not sure, because I was like, did I have the deck upside down? No, some of these are reversed. Okay. And then my deck, let's see if anything wants to pop out right away for the first energy that came out. That sets the tone, I feel like, in a reading. Nope, nothing wants to fly. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have, there. Sorry about that. The phone fell over. I don't have a stand for my phone. And I guess the vibration of the card placement just kind of send it over to the edge there. And like, maybe something's going to send you over to the edge. I don't know. I'm so sorry about that. That was kind of funny. I'll leave that in. Protective Nest is on the bottom of the deck. So, God, I hope this doesn't have anything to do with earthquakes. I really don't. We've seen so much stuff. I mean, it's like, I'm not going to speculate about anything. We're just going to go with it. So the bottom of the deck, the pretty big energy here is Protective Nest, which breaks down to a 7, which is something we may need to learn about. 7 is also very spiritual. A 2 is balanced, and a 5 is about change. So we'll see how this protective energy is playing into this reading. The focused element that is going to guide us out of the 4 elements is going to be fire. Something passionate, could be an idea, an innovative idea, an inspirational thing. And the secondary element is air, so something logical. The tool that we're going to be utilizing in this energy from your 7 chakras is the root chakra. Again, that was in our last reading. So something that's very passionate, and like inspirational, that has to do with your foundation, and it's logical. Passionate, inspirational, stability. I don't know, that's interesting. This is going to be an interesting read, I feel like. The lesson that we're going to be learning through the 7 deadly sins. If you're new to my channel, I don't use tarot. I do oracle cards, and I created a whole bunch of index cards with different types of energies to help complement and clarify the reading. Pride is going to be the challenging energy that will help teach us what we are needing to learn, that Spirit is trying to guide us and make us stronger and better for it, basically. The Chinese zodiac energies that are going to help guide us in this reading are going to be, I keep getting the pig. This is the 3rd reading that I have selected this, and I shuffle these decks and I cleanse them. So something about wealth, good fortune, honesty, and hardworking. The flip side is naive, snobbish, flaky, indecisive, and lazy. The pig is the 12th zodiac in the Chinese zodiac, and you could be born in the year of the pig. You don't have to be, but it is representing this energy of this particular collective read. Something about good fortune, wealth, this is interesting. 4, stability. And we're talking about the root chakra. So you could be a life path number 4. 4s are all about stability, dependable, they're practical, loyal, no nonsense. They have like a heads down approach when it comes to the way that they move. So potentially something that's very passionate to you that has to do with your stability, because we got root chakra and number 4, you're in a protective energy of right now. That's the energy that we're predominantly in, is we're protecting something, which is good. It's not a bad thing. It means you're being very aware of a situation. Okay, I think I got all the cards here. So let's get into this. So we got Unconquered and Bloom, and 5 is all about change and adventure. You can see she's blooming into this, male or female. You are going to bloom regardless of what's going on. You're not going to be conquered by it. No one's going to conquer you. You're not going to be controlled in a situation. I feel like you're solid. To me, this is like you're blooming regardless of what's happening, whatever's going on around you. So that's a good thing. You're solid on that in this 4 energy. You're very dependable in your growth, whether that be you as a person, emotionally, whatever that is, intellectually, in the physical. We are talking about passion with the secondary air energy. So passionately, you're blooming, and you're able to map it out logically and in a very secure way through your root chakra and in this 4 stable energy, and you're very protective of that. We'll figure out where pride factors into this. So a noiseless, patient spider. Doesn't she look patient sitting there on this toadstool? And also very protected with this parasol here. This is 40, which breaks down to a 4, which is, again, we're in this number 4 energy, which is all about stability. Oh, sunny day. This card reminds me of the 3 of Wands in the tarot deck, where you're waiting patiently, a noiseless, patient spider. You're waiting patiently for your ships to come in. So you're waiting for this, and you look very secure doing it. You're blooming in a very unflappable way. No one's going to shake you. No one's going to control you, try to conquer you. You're doing it in a very unconquered energy. And you're patiently waiting in a position where you're protected above and below. And you're just waiting like a patient spider to create. Spiders represent creativity when you see them. There's signs that you're in something creative is afoot. It doesn't always mean a web of entanglement. Sometimes it can. It just depends on the situation. You have to learn how to read things really well. But typically fighters, interesting. Typically spiders are a representative of creative energy. And then we've got strange distress in reverse. So something that's not strange and distressful, so very calm, normal energy, so the opposite of that. In this Lorelei number 31, which a 3 and a 1 breaks down to 4, which is very stable. A 3 is very creative energy. It could also be about communication. And a 1 is very about power and new beginnings. And I always, this Lorelei always reminds me of the Emperor card in the tarot deck, because it's about controlling a situation to go one way or the other, and depending on which side of that you're on. So I feel like this energy represents to me, you're not in distress at all. And you're not in a state of it's nothing is going on that's out of the ordinary. It's very, you're in a situation like you're very unconquered. We got that card, the first one out of the gate. You're very in control of a situation. You might be in your power, which is great, in this stable 4 energy. Very hardworking, in this pig zodiac sign that came out. But I'm trying to find out where pride, or we'll figure out where that comes in, because you're having to be protective of something. So you're definitely standing in your power, being protective about something that you're very passionate about, that has to do with your security and your safety, because it's your root chakra. So this is your blissful solitude. The observer. Number 50, which breaks down to a 5. Another 5. Change. So you're very happy, kind of like a noiseless patient spider. Again, this energy of being the director in a situation where you can sit back and you can call the shots, but you have to do it in a way where you're waiting for your shot. In this observer, where she's sitting and she's waiting for the moment, in this energy, having the control. So this is very stable energy, and it's very quiet, and you're happy doing that. So there's something about a quietness, almost like I feel like a calm before the storm, but not exactly like gloom and doom. And maybe it's like a timing thing. There's some timing involved in whatever this release is, that you're being very particular. Because we talked about that at the beginning. I said Spirit's guiding us on something about releasing. We need to release something. Cheerful spirit is in reverse. So when it comes to, this is home in the sky, 41. 4 is stable. 1 is all about beginnings. And 4 and 1 break down to a 5. So again, with the change, there's a shift happening, but it's going to come in timing. It's going to come, like, you're going to have to be patient for it to happen, and kind of settle into this energy for it when it comes. And it might be some type of a release. I don't know which side of the fence that's going to be on. This is very interesting to find out what's happening with it. But this home in the sky energy is something that is not bringing you a lot of happiness. There's something that's, maybe you're feeling protective over this. your home situation. Even though we're in this 4 stable energy, there's something about you're not happy with, could be potentially travel or the movement. There's a lot of 5s in this reading. So maybe you're not happy with happening. Maybe something's trying to come through for sure. There's a lot of change afoot. And I'm not able to get my words out for some reason correctly, because maybe there's some things switching up and you need to be patient on whatever those changes are. And it's going to not be so happy and cheerful when these changes come in, but it's not necessarily gloom and doom. And it's not going to necessarily feel good, but you need to stay grounded. And that's why maybe we got the root chakra to emphasize that you need to be stable and be protective maybe of your stability, because maybe you're going to feel like something's going to get changed around, or there's going to be a change maybe regarding your stability in some way. I don't know if it's home or work or whatever that is. It can mean a lot of different things for different people. This is a collective read, so take what resonates for you if you feel like that could potentially be afoot in your world. Nobel Prize came in reverse. We got a lot of reversals. So something that's not valued of any value. No rain today, which is focusing on the positive situation. 37 breaks down to a 10, which is a new beginning. And 3s are all about creativity or communication. And 7 is all about learning something, and it's also very spiritual. Something that is not very valued. Focusing on no rain today. A beginning of something. This change, you're going to feel like when this change happens, because this is about either something that's getting, a light is getting shined on it, or you need to focus on the positive of a situation. When this change happens, when these changes happen, you need to see it differently and from a different perspective, and look at it like the glass is half full versus the glass is half empty, even though you might feel like it's not so great, because that's how you see it, but you don't know the full picture yet. And this, I feel like, is the change that's going to happen. So there's going to be something to do with this flower spirit, which is the energy of a 1. 10 breaks down to a 1. So again, it's a new beginning. It's also very powerful. And typically flower spirits are very cheerful. They're very social, joyful. I equate them to be like either the Page of Cups or the Page of Wands. And we did get fire. So something that's like an innovative creativity, something that's new, that's starting, might get intercepted, might have a roadblock, or there might be a hiccup involved in this. It could be a project. It could be something you want to start. Maybe I'm getting, for some of you, you want to move to a certain place, location. You want to change locations, houses. Maybe that particular place, location, or house is not going to exactly unfold the way you want it to. It may not go down. There might be some twists and turns involved in that. And maybe that's why it could be in terms of some type of a move, some type of a travel situation, some type of movement in a direction where there's going to be, and because this is a brand new, like an idea you could have, but it could potentially, it has something to do with this movement also, that you're not finding too happy. But I feel like you're very protective of it. And you're going to see this with Morning Dew Girl, which is a 13, which breaks down to a 4. So it's a stable energy. Again, with the 1, which is new beginnings. And 3 is about community, creativity, or communication. And we got angelic eyes in reverse. So either you're not going to see this right away, and that's what I said. I said that earlier. You're not going to see it, or it's potentially being hidden from you, maybe by the other side. But you're gonna have maybe right now. This is interesting because this is about an awakening and being able to have the strength to face your fears. And angelic eyes is in reverse. So when you're talking about angelic eyes, it could be seeing things purely like the angels would in the best way, or also you could have help from the other side that are able to help you see things. So either you're not seeing this, you're not seeing it. Yeah, I take this as something's not being seen with, you may not see this when this shift comes in and you have to face something that maybe isn't so fun. It's a challenge. You may not see that as a blessing. And it actually is. It's helping you awaken to something. It's helping you to step up to this challenge. And maybe that's what this prideful energy is. It's spirit reminding you in this situation that you're very passionate about, and maybe you feel like it's disturbing your security in your root chakra. Logically, you're going to have to move mind over emotions, not getting emotional about this. That's maybe why we got the air energy as the secondary element. You're going to be utilizing that in a logical way to move through this energy, because you're going to have to do this in a it's going to be hard work, but an indecisiveness is not, you're going to have to really be firm on the choices that you make. Let's see what's underneath the protective nest. See? And underneath the protective nest, we have the white rose of hope, which is all about new beginnings. And it's very reminiscent of the star energy in the tarot, which is all about hope, having hope, and it's being very hopeful and renewed hope, healing, that kind of thing. So I feel like this is a situation where you're going to have, even though you don't see it, you're not going to see it right away, this awakening to this change that's going to happen. Don't stand in the way of the way you feel about this situation. And I feel like that's why we got pride in this. This is a reminder that when this change happens, the shift happens, you may need to just release the way you feel about it and let things happen and land where they may. And I feel like you have to be hopeful. You have to keep the faith in that way, and just know that this energy is going to carry you. It's going to turn out the way that it's meant to turn out, because we've got the 4 here. Things are really solid. The situation, the energy that we're in, you're very dependable. You're not easily controlled. You have a lot of patience in a situation. In this situation, you're going to have patience and wait for something to play out. in this situation, because there is a decision being made. Night and day is all about decisions. And it's going to bring in this balance that's very similar to the Lover's card in the tarot deck. But this one's all about yin and yang energy and having two opposites balance out. So there's going to be some opposite energy here that might feel not so good, but it's gonna initially with when the change comes in, because we got a bunch of fives, but it's going to keep you stable in the end in this mermaid's love. It could be about a relationship that you're in, whether it be platonic or business, because it's home in the sky. So this could mean home anywhere. Home is where your heart is in whatever situation this is, but it's about movement that you're not happy about. And this decision that's going to happen, that's going to unfold, is going to bring the balance in with this energy here, which is number 24, which is a 2 is very balanced, a 4 is very stable, again with the 4s, and a 6 is all about harmony and love. And day and night is the 1. So that's the beginning. This decision is the beginning of this stability and harmony that is going to finally settle in once all this change, once all this, but you need to like let it happen and know that you're still in control of the situation. You still have, just know that you're good. Wait it out. Wait for your shot to happen, like a director in a film or a photographer. Wait for this to happen. And when this all shakes out, it's going to be very good in this pure nature. Number 7, which is very spiritual, and also it's about learning things. So you're going to learn something kind of like in a higher level information here that's going to be very grounding. It's going to be very stable, and it's going to bring you a lot of balance. And this card is very much like this young woman has bloomed. As you can see, she's a rose, but she's blossomed into this better version of herself. I equate this energy to be very similar to like the 2 of Cups. So it's going to bring that type of energy again, it's blooming, pure nature, but in a very unlike pure way, natural, easygoing. It's going to, a lot of changes are going to happen, but when it settles down and that decision comes in, it's going to feel very natural. And it's going to help you grow in a situation, because we got bloom here. This is actually is the word bloom. And then there's a bloom here. So there's going to be growth in whatever this element of fire, this idea, inspiration, your passion, wherever your passions lie, could be work, personal, family, community, whatever that is. That where your passions lie, it's going to help you bloom in that area, and it's going to bring a lot of balance. And I just feel like it's just taking a step back. This card is all about taking a step back, similar to like the Temperance card, and just bringing that balance back into your life. So there's going to be some shifts happening, and you're just going to have to let it flow, like maybe let it happen, but you're in a good position, and it might feel unsettling to you, but it's kind of like a mirage. Think of it as, looks can be deceiving, and just remember that you're still in a good spot, and you've worked really hard. You are a hard worker, and you're going to be discerning and protective of everything that you've built, whatever that is. whether it be, this is about your passions and something very logical, that this has everything to do with your stability in that. Yeah, there's a shift coming for sure. And they may try to get you in like a self-righteous juxtaposition to make you feel, you could feel that way. They may not be doing it intentionally, but you could take a step back and be more be more in your fit, whether you're male or female, be more of approach from like an empress type, Queen of Pentacles energy. You need to be more practical in the situation with all this change coming in. Don't be naive to anything and stay the course. And you're going to get resolved with this. And I think, because I don't see anything other than you're uncomfortable with this change for sure. But you have total control of this. And this is very normal to you to be in a position of like you have a lot of just, stability. You're very dependable. You're very no nonsense about making decisions like this, like an emperor would be, like what you need to do. But when this shift or these changes come in, it might, when my camera fell off, it might kind of blindside you a little bit or make you feel that way. And then it might make you I just feel like it might take you out of character a little bit or something, where you might step into some pride energy, or whatever's coming at you like that, they might be in their pride energy. But just don't get deceived by it and get tricked by it, because you just wait till that unfolds. I'm telling you, when this decision comes in for this, the light of this energy that's very hopeful and also could be healing in a situation, could resolve whatever this big change is that you don't like. It's going to bring balance in for sure. And it's going to cause you in this energy to be more creative or more abundant in that energy. It's going to bring in good fortune. And I just feel like you just gotta, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see this, when this awakening, you're not going to take it as a good thing. It might even feel like a tower, but it's not. Keep that in mind. I know that's really hard when you're going through it to do, but just remember, when the big shift happens, when the big change happens, it's because there's something better that's getting lined up to happen, and it just feels uncomfortable right now in the moment. And I hope that was helpful, and just for someone out there. And that's, I guess, maybe what we need to release our fears when big change comes up. Something to that, something to simple as that. It's easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. I hope everybody has a great day and enjoy. You need to release whatever you need to release during this full moon. You could also apply it to that as well. And I hope to see you back. Thanks for stopping by. Everyone have a good day. Bye.